Sure you will.
Call this meeting of the Jefferson Common Council to order. Roll call, please.
Alderwoman Byer.
Here.
Niles.
Here.
Miller. Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Here.
Tully.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Teeter.
Alderwoman Teeter and Alderman Miller are excused tonight. At this time, we'll entertain public participation. Anyone wishing to address the council may do so. We ask that you please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, we'll move on to the mayoral appointments of election workers. You have a copy in your packet. With all due respect to all of our election workers, due to its length and in lieu of reading a complete text, is on file with the city clerk's office. And so I would propose these for your consideration.
I move to approve the mayoral appointments of election workers.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second.
Second.
Alderman Lars, any discussion? Okay. Do this on a voice vote. On a voice vote, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no? It's unanimous. Thank you very much. We appreciate all of our election workers, and I'm sure Sarah will do a great job of keeping busy. Okay, next we'll move on to resolution number 76, tonight's consent agenda. Alderwoman Byer, please.
Honorable Mayor, council members, and citizens, City of Jefferson Resolution Number 76. Be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that the consent agenda for December 21st, 2021 is hereby adopted. Vouchers payable for December 2021 in the amounts of $597,880.71. Payroll summary for December 3rd, 2021 in the amounts of $165,278.21. And December 17th, 2021 payroll in the amounts of $181,401.70. Council minutes from December 7th, 2021 of the Common Council. Licenses as approved by Regulatory Committee. We had operator's license and a Class B liquor license for Palo Barca Mexican Grill LLC and a junk license for Alma's Service Incorporated. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderwoman Niles. Any discussion?
It was unanimous by Regulatory.
Thank you. There are no other questions or comments. All in favor of tonight's consent agenda, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No if you're opposed.
Alderwoman Niles.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
I opposed the, I wasn't here for the meeting, so for the minutes, so
Abstain.
abstain, thank you.
Alderman Tully.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Byer.
Aye.
It passes with 6 ayes and 1 abstention on the minutes. Thank you. Resolution number 77, authorizing a contract for advanced water metering infrastructure technology and the American Rescue Plan Act funding for water meter systems improvements. Alderwoman Niles, please.
Honorable Mayor, citizens of Jefferson, council members, City of Jefferson Resolution Number 77, authorizing a contract for advanced water metering infrastructure technology and American Rescue Plan Act funding for water meter system improvements. Whereas the Jefferson Water and Wastewater Utility seeks to make an investment in the upgrade of the water metering system to advanced metering infrastructure, AMI, technology, and whereas the City of Jefferson has identified this project as eligible for the use of the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, recovery funds that the city has received or anticipates receiving in the future. And whereas the project is keeping with the Department of the Treasury's ARPA interim final rule goal of making necessary investments in water and sewer infrastructure which produce high-quality infrastructure, avert disruptive and costly delays, and promote efficiency. And whereas the City of Jefferson and Wastewater Utility has obtained pricing from Midwest Meter Incorporated, the city's water meter supplier for the system upgrade, and now therefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that it herein authorizes and approves a contract with Midwestern Metering Incorporated in the amount not exceeding $773,320, including all system hardware and software required to install and operate the system, as well as training water and wastewater utility personnel on its use. The city administrator is authorized and directed to execute any contract or document associated with this transaction on behalf of the City of Jefferson upon the review and consent of the city attorney. And be it therefore resolved that the Common Council authorizes the expenditure of up to $400,000 in ARPA recovery funds to offset the cost of the project. Funding for the remaining project cost is to be split evenly between the water utility and wastewater utility. I so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Council President Brandel. And for our discussion, I'm going to ask Tim to give us a brief summary of this. This was discussed at committee of the whole, but I'd like anyone who might be here tonight or watching at home to get the summary as well.
The Jefferson Water and Wastewater Utility Superintendent is recommending that the city make an investment in advanced water metering infrastructure technology. It's a project that we wanted to do for, quite a number of years, but because of its cost, it was not done. What this is it's a system that allows real-time information to be passed to the utility in terms of water usage at an individual residence as well as commercial and manufacturing properties in the city of Jefferson. This system would replace a very labor-intensive practice currently as how monthly bills are calculated and consumption is read. That is largely a manual system with personnel from the utility office visiting each location that has a water meter and ultimately recording that usage. This is a system that runs over cellular communication systems, cellular phone lines, quite honestly, and it reads usage in real time. Each resident or business owner would have the ability to access that same information, so if they wanted real time to know how much water is being used at their particular property, they could do so. This is kind of a lengthy project. It would take about 6 months for the materials to arrive, another 6 months to install the system on each location. And we won't be changing out meters, rather this is a piece of technology that is added to current meters that allow the communications to occur over the cellular phone lines. The true goals of it, we want to eliminate the water meter reading step, which is of course costly. Second, we want to make sure that information is available in real time. And one of the real benefits that we can tell in real time is if a water meter, for instance, is acting faulty, we would know that in real time rather than waiting for a month or 2 months of usage to indicate that that meter has failed for some reason or another. I think we're probably one of the last communities in the area that really hasn't went towards some type of advanced metering system, and this is what, in our opinion, is kind of the latest technology, warranted for 10 plus years. So I know Todd is extremely high on it and has been wanting, as I said, to do it for quite some time. Have not been able to. We're proposing to use American Recovery Act funds to pay for approximately half of the system, with the other half coming from a combination of wastewater and water utility funds.
Any questions of Tim? Again, it's a kind of a significant upgrade in technology from the old digital water meters that many of us are familiar with, to have something that's you can monitor your water usage in real time, which is what a lot of people are looking for these days. So if there are no other questions or comments, we'll proceed with the vote. All in favor of resolution number 77, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No if you're opposed.
Alderman Brandel.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Niles.
Aye.
It's unanimous, thank you. Resolution number 78, a resolution authorizing the downtown streetscape project. Council President Brandel, please.
Honorable Mayor Opperman, fellow council members, citizens of Jefferson. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 78. Whereas the City of Jefferson intends to reconstruct Riverside Alley in conjunction with Jefferson Utilities and replace the streetscape in the community's historic downtown in 2022, and whereas the Van der Waal and Associates has been retained to assist the city in developing and preparing conceptual plans to implement and complete these projects, and whereas the City Council has reviewed the concept plans for these projects, and the city is scheduled and provided for an extended public comment period to gather information from the downtown business community and the public, and whereas both projects must now progress to the design engineering phase in preparation of bidding specifications to keep to the 2022 construction schedule. And now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that it herein authorizes city staff to take steps necessary to move both projects into the design engineering phase and with the goal of preparing detailed construction specifications for the bidding. Design engineering shall incorporate the downtown streetscape concepts included in the Van der Waal and Associates report and PowerPoint dated December 2021, or is that the correct date?
Yep, December
Okay,
2021.
December 2021, which is considered the final streetscape concept. The authorized budget for each project, subject to final design engineering, follows: Riverside Alley resurfacing and streetscape project, $300,000, and downtown streetscape replacement project, $1,250,000. Be it further resolved by the City Council that it intends to finance both projects with the proceeds from a general obligation bond sale, and to use these proceeds to reimburse the city's general fund or the capital improvement project fund for expenses incurred prior to the general obligation bond sale, including planning, design, engineering, and project bidding expenses. I so move.
It's been moved, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Young. Any questions or discussion? Hey, you got a
Well,
question?
maybe a little update for people at home. Not everybody was at the meetings.
Oh, okay, sure.
Maybe.
Tim, would
I'll
you
take a
like?
swing. I'll take a
Be
swing.
my guest.
Okay. So this is a project that the city has intended to do for quite some time. It's included in the 2022 City Capital Improvement Project budget. The two components are, number one, we would intend to resurface Riverside Alley essentially from Dodge Street on the south up to Candice Street on the north. The project is largely made possible by Jefferson Utilities relocating a substantial amount of overhead electric utility infrastructure that is overhead. That is all been, the goal is to place that underground. A lot of that system work has been done. It will continue to the spring and early summer months of 2022. Culminating in re-energizing all the businesses and the residents located along that several block stretch of Main Street, because currently they receive utility service off that system in the alley, which is being put underground. That is a significant project. Once that is complete, the city intends to resurface the alley. A lot of the municipal parking areas that it owns as well. The second part of the project is to replace a large portion of the city's streetscape, talking about things like street trees, park benches, waste receptacles, flower planters, things of that nature in the community's historic business center. Much of that streetscape was put in the 1990s when Main Street was reconstructed through downtown. One of the most significant aspects of that project is the bricks that have been installed previously in the 1990s in the sidewalk, many of which are heaved because of the tree roots, will all be taken up and relaid, hopefully alleviating or eliminating a trip hazard, which is a real significant safety concern not only to the city, but many businesses down there. This project, it's envisioned, would start approximately July 1st and would continue into the fall months with a goal of certainly having the vast majority of the project completed by the end of 2022.
Thank you, Tim. Anyone have any questions of Tim? Appreciate everyone that was able to come to the open houses. We had one here in the council chambers and one at a local business, and we had some good comments from local residents. If there are no other questions or comments, all in favor of resolution number 78, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No if you're opposed.
Alderman Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Niles.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
It's unanimous, thank you. Resolution number 79, a resolution dedicating the city of Jefferson-owned lands to the public road right-of-way in the city of Jefferson. Alderman Tully, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Opperman. City of Jefferson Resolution Number 79, a resolution dedicating City of Jefferson-owned lands to public road right-of-way in the City of Jefferson. Whereas the Common Council of the City of Jefferson declares that it is in the best interest of the public, the City of Jefferson-owned lands described below shall be described as public road right-of-way and shall be known as Eagle Drive. The legal description of said property is on file at the office of the city clerk and is available for public inspection. Now therefore, be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that it herein declares the .390 acres of land described above be dedicated public right-of-way and shall be called Eagle Drive. I so move.
It's been moved, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Young. And Bill?
Sure. This is really a housekeeping step. Eagle Drive is located out by the high school between Milwaukee Street and Racine Street. This is a street that's already recognized by the city of Jefferson as Eagle Drive. It's also recognized by the state. However, it appears that the CSM dedicating that as Eagle Drive is not on file at the county. Therefore, this is simply a step necessary for the county to be able to recognize this as a right-of-way in their records. So the resolution in front of you tonight is for the legal description of the area for the current Eagle Drive and to simply accept dedication. Again, this doesn't change anything as far as our current street lengths recognized by DOT. That's already included in our Whistler ratings.
Thank you, Bill. Any questions or comments? Hearing none.
I'll be
Go ahead, sir.
recording this for the register of deeds, so it goes on record with the county.
Then this came up recently that it was just an oversight in the past, and so, as Bill said, legal housekeeping. If there are no other questions or comments, all in favor of approval, please signify by saying aye as your name is called. No if you're opposed.
Alderman Tully.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Fire.
Aye.
Niles.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
As long as we're dedicating land. Resolution number 80, a resolution authorizing a deed of land to the Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation. Alderman Young, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, fellow council members, citizens of Jefferson, City of Jefferson Resolution Number 80, authorizing deed donation of land to the Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation. Whereas the Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation, the foundation, has requested that the City of Jefferson deed a small sliver of land to the foundation. The sliver of land is located on the eastern side of South Dewey Avenue, just south of East Spring Street. This property is part of tax parcel 241-061-114-000. And whereas the foundation is contemplating relocating its temporary clubhouse operation to this area, and on a longer-term basis, building a permanent clubhouse facility, and whereas the City of Jefferson has determined that this portion of the subject tax parcel has no practical municipal use or purpose, with the vast majority of said parcel being located on the east side of South Dewey Avenue, and whereas this matter has been considered by the Jefferson Streets Committee which recommended that the property be deeded to the foundation, and now therefore be it resolved by the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin Common Council that it herein approves the deeding of a small sliver of property located on the east side of Dewey Avenue that is part of tax parcel 241-06114-114-000 to the Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation, subject to the following conditions. All closing costs associated with the transaction shall be borne by the foundation. If required as a condition of closing, the cost of title insurance shall be borne by the foundation. And it is envisioned that title to this property shall pass by quitclaim deed from the City of Jefferson to the Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation. I would so move.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Lars. And we have a illustration up on the screen there.
It's the sliver right here that we're referring to.
Okay.
Buzz? Buzz?
Buzz?
Hello?
Yeah.
What is the full legal name of the foundation?
Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation.
It's not Inc. or
Inc.
anything?
No. Is it Inc?
Yes.
Okay, I stand corrected.
And what mailing address?
913, oh, we have a P.O. box.
No, I need a street address.
913 Clancy, East Clancy. Or is it Golf Drive?
I don't know that, do we want it sent there?
Well,
Do we need it sent there, or can we have it sent to it?
It needs to go somewhere.
You don't care as long as you have the street
I don't
address.
care.
that's 913 East Clancy, I'm pretty sure, but we have a P.O. box where it ought to be sent because we don't have a mailbox at that
Okay,
location.
so P.O. Box.
Do you know what it is? Can I get back to you on that, Chris?
Sure.
It's gotta be Golf Drive. There's no access
It's
on that.
Gulf Drive.
Okay.
913
913 Gulf
913
Drive.
Gulf Drive.
Okay.
913 Golf Drive.
Okay.
There's no mailbox there, right?
Yeah, that's the issue, there's no mailbox there. That's why.
Okay, well,
So don't sit it there.
yeah, give me the P.O. Box, and I'll need a telephone number as well. At some
Can you
point.
send it to my address?
No.
You can't do that to
Sure.
an individual?
Sure.
Why don't you send it to me, and I'll make sure it gets in the right spot in our world. N4977 Pop Road.
Say again?
N4977 Pop Road, Jefferson. And my phone number would be 920-605-0052.
And is there a tax ID number for the corporation?
There
There
is.
is, yeah. I
That
can
we'll have
email
to
that
get back
to
to
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And your invoice for that will be, do we know roughly what that will be?
Well, the recording of the deeds is going to be $30.
Yeah,
There won't be any transfer.
so no transfer and the title.
Well, we're good for it.
All right. I don't know, just asking. I understand the process, so,
Do you
okay.
even want, I don't think you even
What?
We don't,
want title insurance?
no.
I don't
I
see
would
why.
say no.
I would say no.
Okay.
I mean, Kelly could use the business, but
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
Just one, before we, just as a favor, this property, the city didn't own before we purchased property from Madison Gulf.
How did we get this?
It went with the bigger parcel, which is across the street on the west side, and
Because
there's,
we moved the street to accommodate that.
but we're pretty sure there's like no utilities in there, but if there would be, I think there's gotta be an easement, because it was privately owned. It's not city right away, so I think, I'm just gonna ask you if you would take a look and just make sure that there aren't any, and if there are, that there's an easement. I mean, I don't think we think, right, Bill?
Well, like you said, it was privately owned before, so it's
So-
not like you're not
It's not right of way.
relocating right of way. That would have been included in right of way, so, so anything that was in place should still be in place.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you would be subject to any easement that would be there. They do that with utilities, checking it out when
Right.
you did your work.
Understood.
So, Tom, should the quitclaim deed be subject to any easements of record? Or,
No warranties, so we'll put that on there.
Okay,
I guess you're gonna get what we have.
does that clarify things?
Yeah.
If there are no other questions or comments, all in favor of authorizing the deed to the land of the Jefferson Charitable Golf Foundation, please signify by saying aye as your name is called, no if you're opposed.
Alderman Young.
Aye.
Fire.
Abstain.
Niles.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
It passes with 6 ayes and 1 abstention. Or excuse me, rather 5 with 1 abstention. Resolution number 81, a resolution acknowledging the 2021 Water Utility Emergency Response Plan. Alderman Lars, please.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, fellow council members, citizens of Jefferson, City of Jefferson Resolution Number 81. Whereas it is a requirement by the U.S. EPA, as required under Section 13 of America's Water Infrastructure Act, that the City of Jefferson complete a risk and resiliency assessment and emergency response plan for the water system. And whereas it is necessary to acknowledge that the governing body had reviewed the emergency response plan, and now therefore be resolved by the Common Council of the City of Jefferson, Wisconsin, that the Common Council hereby acknowledges that they have reviewed the City of Jefferson Water Utility Emergency Response Plan. So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderwoman Byer. Any discussion? Jim?
Yep, I was hoping Todd would be here tonight, but he's unable to be, so I'll kind of take a quick swing at it. So the Environmental Protection Agency requires that this plan, this Water Utility Emergency Response Plan, be updated every 5 years. We're at the end of that 5-year cycle, so we're needing to do it again. It is a requirement that it be approved by the governing board, which is, of course, you guys. Really, the plan, it's interesting reading, you should take a look at it. It talks about, the water infrastructure. It talks about its condition. It gets into a little bit about terrorism and cyber security issues. It talks about procedures for things like if the city had to put out a water boil order to its residents. It includes some of those forms. Really, very little with the plan has changed. What really has changed is the supervisory responsibility for water utility operations has changed, and so all the names has changed. So you'll read my name in there, Todd's name. The board won't be the utility commission anymore, so that's really the biggest change. But what you have in front of you tonight, it is required that, by the federal government, that the governing body approve.
Any questions? If not, all in favor of resolution number 81, please signify by saying aye as your name is called, no if you're opposed.
Alderwoman Fire.
Aye.
Niles.
Aye.
Randall.
Aye.
Lars.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
It's unanimous. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Lars, second by Mrs. Byer. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.